Did you know that after the age of 60, our brains can lose up to 5% of their mass every decade? It doesn't hurt the way illness does, but it quietly wears down our memory, our clarity, and even our ability to hold on to beautiful memories. Older adults like us, especially those who live alone or don't engage their minds often, are among the most vulnerable. Just forgetting someone's name a few times or misplacing your glasses can already make you anxious. And what's surprising is that many people don't realize that what we eat every day can have a deep impact on our memory. A poor diet, even. A simple one can make the brain tired, slow to respond, and prone to confusion. If that condition persists, the risk of dementia, disorientation, or even depression will creep ever closer. But don't worry just yet, because there are very natural ways to nourish your brain, starting right from your daily meals. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about 10 types of food that are easy to find, easy to eat, but can do wonders for your memory. Each food I mention is a good friend to the brain. And who knows, after watching this video, you might choose one to stick with every day. If you find this topic meaningful, don't forget to subscribe to the Elderly Guide channel. And if your memory is still sharp, comment the number 1. But if you tend to forget things now and then, feel free to type 0. Because here, we don't judge, we simply walk together and share. One of the simplest yet most brain-friendly foods is the egg. Small, easy to cook, yet packed with a precious nutrient called choline, which is essential for the brain. Choline is a precursor to acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that helps communication between brain cells. As we age, our bodies produce less of this substance, leading to memory decline and reduced concentration. When we were young, we ate eggs to feel full, but at this age, we eat eggs to remember better, think clearer, and live with more mental clarity. I remember Judith, a friend from the Senior Wellness Club, once complained that she often forgot where she put her reading glasses, even missed the time for her daily group sessions. Her doctor advised her to eat eggs regularly, 3 to 4 times a week, along with some light walking. 2 months later, she smiled and told me, "Now I not only remember where my glasses are, I even recall that old poem my husband used to recite." Indeed, eggs aren't just food, they're a companion in old age. A breakfast with boiled eggs, some greens, and a slice of whole grain bread can sometimes be better than expensive supplements. Think back. When was the last time you had eggs? And when was the last time you forgot something small? Maybe, just, a small change starting with tomorrow's breakfast could help your mind become a little sharper. Eggs may be small, but their benefits for memory are anything but, as long as we appreciate them and stay consistent each week. If eggs are the small companions that help maintain memory every day, then fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, or tuna, are like silent doctors caring for the brain from deep within. Have you noticed that countries where people eat fish regularly, such as Japan or Norway, tend to have high rates of mental clarity and longevity among the elderly? That's no coincidence. Fatty fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, essential fats that our bodies can't produce on their own, yet are crucial for our nerve cells. Omega-3s help build the membranes of brain cells, enhance communication between neurons, and naturally support memory and focus. As we grow older, our brains become like a garden. If not watered and nourished properly, they begin to wither and lose vitality. Eating fish is our way of watering the brain with the most valuable nutrients. I still remember Mr. Paul, a close friend from my book club, who once felt so down because he couldn't concentrate on reading a single chapter for more than 10 minutes. He told me, "I can still see the words, but it's like my brain can't hold on to anything." After his daughter encouraged him to eat salmon and tuna regularly, he changed his diet. 3 fish meals a week, less red meat, more vegetables. 3 months later, he happily shared that he had finished reading a nearly 300-page novel without needing to take notes. His eyes lit up as he said, "Fish doesn't just nourish the brain. It makes you feel more confident in yourself." Fatty fish are not hard to find, and when prepared simply, steamed, grilled, or lightly braised, they're perfect for older adults. They don't just help improve memory, but also benefit the heart, reduce inflammation, and keep the brain flexible. If it's been a while since you've had a good fish meal, try planning a gentle weekend lunch. A pan-seared piece of salmon with steamed vegetables might just be the small gift you give to your memory. And when you start clearly recalling names of loved ones, the taste of an old favorite dish, or a distant melody, you'll realize. Preserving. Memory isn't about medication, it's about the meals we choose every day. 3. Blueberries. Tiny jewels for a mighty memory. If you've ever eaten a blueberry, you probably remember that soft, tangy sensation on the tip of your tongue. But did you know that those small purple gems are among the most powerful foods for protecting the brain? Blueberries contain a group of potent antioxidants called anthocyanins, natural bodyguards that help shield brain cells from damage while also supporting memory and concentration. After age 60, as aging makes the brain more prone to inflammation and oxidative stress, these antioxidants become the armor that keeps our memory from slipping away too soon. I remember Mrs. Linda, my gardening companion at the senior care home, who loved blueberries dearly. She once shared that she used to forget medical appointments and her grandson's birthday. Then one day, her daughter sent her a few jars of homemade blueberry jam, encouraging her to have some every morning with a slice of whole wheat bread. At first, she ate it just to please her daughter, but slowly she started feeling lighter in the head, more mentally alert, and she even admitted, "I remember dates better when breakfast is purple." Blueberries are more than just berries. They're memories, they're continuity. You can enjoy them fresh, as jam, in smoothies, or sprinkled on your morning oatmeal. What matters most is maintaining this small habit regularly, because the brain, like the heart, needs to be nourished through loving repetition. If you're looking for a sweet little way to reboot your memory, start with a spoonful of blueberries each morning and listen quietly as your brain gently responds. 4. Dark chocolate. A touch of bitterness for a longer memory. Not as sweet as milk chocolate, dark chocolate carries a hint of bitterness, much like memories themselves. But it's that richness that makes it a kind of medicine for the brain. Dark chocolate contains caffeine and flavonoids, two components that help improve blood flow to the brain and boost alertness. As we age, blood circulation to the brain tends to slow down, making us feel tired and less focused. Just one small piece of dark chocolate a day can awaken the mind, helping you feel more alert and making it easier to remember. Mr. Thomas, a retired literature teacher I know, once shared that every afternoon, he enjoyed a piece of dark chocolate with a cup of hot tea. He called it his golden hour for the brain, a quiet moment when he would sit and recall the names of former students, old poems, and school meetings from his younger days. Watching him close his eyes, smile softly, and chew slowly, I realized something. Memory doesn't just live in gray matter. It also lives in emotion and small habits. Of course, dark chocolate isn't something we can eat endlessly. A small piece, about 20 to 30 grams, a day is enough. Choose a variety with at least 70% cocoa content to ensure the benefits for your brain. And when you eat slowly. Let the bitterness and sweetness blend on your tongue, like savoring a beautiful memory. 5. Leafy greens, small leaves, big benefits. Leafy greens, like spinach, kale, and broccoli, may seem like simple foods, but they are incredibly rich in vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene, nutrients that help nourish mental sharpness. Many older adults shy away from vegetables because of weak teeth or sensitive stomachs, but when cooked until soft, or turned into soups or smoothies, leafy greens become gentle allies that help slow down cognitive decline. I know a woman named Mrs. Clara, a former librarian who now lives alone after her husband passed away. She told me that ever since she added soft-cooked spinach and carrot soup to her lunch, she felt lighter and more mentally clear. "It's not always obvious," she smiled, "but I started noticing I don't forget where I leave my keys as often." Perhaps that's the quiet power of green vegetables, unassuming, modest, yet steadily nourishing the brain day by day. If you've been eating too little greens, start with something small. Half a bowl of soup, a plate of boiled vegetables, or simply tossing a handful of spinach into your morning porridge. Don't wait until your memory starts to fade to think about vegetables, because like trust, memory needs to be cared for daily through the simplest acts. 6. Pumpkin seeds. Tiny like seeds, mighty for memory. Some things are so small we often overlook them, like pumpkin seeds. But hidden in that quiet simplicity is a powerful source of long-term brain nourishment. Pumpkin seeds are an excellent source of magnesium, a mineral that plays a vital role in transmitting nerve signals and maintaining brain function. Especially in older adults, when magnesium levels tend to decline, regularly adding pumpkin seeds to the diet can help protect memory and prevent mental fatigue or forgetfulness. I have a friend named Harold, a cheerful gentleman known for telling jokes in our senior wellness group. He often carries a small jar of unsalted roasted pumpkin seeds, nibbling on them while waiting for the bus or sitting in the park. When I asked why he chose pumpkin seeds instead of other snacks, he winked. "I can't remember the name of my favorite song from when I was 20, but I remember that I once loved life and pumpkin seeds," he joked, but then shared honestly. Since eating pumpkin seeds regularly, he's felt more mentally alert and has been sleeping better at night. For older adults, a small handful of pumpkin seeds a day, around 20 to 30 grams, can be a healthy snack alternative to sugary treats. You can sprinkle them on porridge, add them to salads, or simply enjoy them with a warm cup of tea in the afternoon. Give it a try, because sometimes it's the little things like this that help us hold on to the most precious memories of our lives. 7. Nuts. Strength in every bite. When it comes to memory, we can't leave out the silent heroes like nuts, from walnuts and almonds to cashews. These nuts are rich in vitamin E, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants, all of which nourish brain cells and fight against neural degeneration. Interestingly, the shape of a walnut closely resembles the human brain, and truly nature seems to have designed it with care. I remember Mrs. Eleanor, a former painter, once told me, "I eat a few walnuts each morning before picking up my brush. I don't know if they make me paint better, but I'm sure they help me remember what I'm painting." There was a time she forgot the birthday of her daughter, who had passed away more than 20 years ago, and it brought her to tears. Since then, she's taken more care of her memory, starting with nuts. You don't need to eat too much. A small handful, about 5 to 6 walnuts or a few almonds, each day can be a brain-boosting dose. You can enjoy them with yogurt, cereal, or as a simple snack on their own. What matters most is consistency. Because growing old is not just about how long we live. It's about the quality of what we can still remember. And sometimes that quality is quietly nurtured by a nut. 8. Oranges. The sunshine of memory. More than just a refreshing fruit, oranges are bodyguards for the brain thanks to their rich supply of vitamin C, an antioxidant that helps protect nerve cells from the harmful effects of free radicals. After age 60, aging makes neural connections more fragile. Without enough vitamin C, the brain becomes more vulnerable and slower to respond to new information. An orange a day not only refreshes you, it quietly nourishes your brain. I know Mr. George, a friend who brings homegrown oranges every weekend. He said, "I used to be a gardener, so I know plants need sunlight to live. Our brains are the same. They need vitamin C to brighten up each day." Since his wife passed away, he's been living alone. But the slices of orange in his afternoon tea remind him that he's still living with clarity, and more importantly, that he can still remember. If you don't enjoy eating oranges whole, you can juice them or mix them into a fruit salad. However, you choose to enjoy them. Let oranges become your small ray of sunshine each morning. Sweet, gentle, and quietly protecting what's most precious inside your mind. 9. Green tea. Gentle and clear-minded. Finally, we can't forget green tea, one of the oldest drinks in human history, yet still holding its timeless value. Green tea contains catechins, theanine, and a small amount of caffeine, a trio of nutrients that improve focus, alertness, and help protect brain cells from oxidative stress. Theanine, in particular, helps calm the mind and reduce anxiety, an important factor when memory is affected by our emotional state. Mrs. Margaret, a friend who lives in the northern mountains, often wakes up early to brew a pot of green tea and reads on her porch. She said, "Some days I read the same page over and over, not realizing I'd already read it. But thanks to that cup of tea, I didn't get frustrated. I just smiled and read it again. This time, remembering more. Green tea won't make you smarter overnight, but it does make you more patient with your own memory. If you're not used to drinking green tea, start with a light cup each morning. You can add a slice of ginger or a few grains of pink salt to make it easier to drink. Let that cup be your quiet moment to sit down, slow down, and softly whisper to your brain, "I'm still here, I'm still remembering." 10. Turmeric. A small spice, a great comfort. In many Vietnamese kitchens, turmeric is a staple. That touch of golden color in braised fish, or a sprinkle of turmeric powder on soup, may seem like just a spice, but it's actually a quiet remedy for long-term memory support. The key compound in turmeric is curcumin, a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Many studies have shown that curcumin may help reduce amyloid plaque buildup, a factor linked to Alzheimer's disease. For older adults, curcumin serves as armor, protecting nerve cells from damage. I remember Mrs. Sylvia, a friend from my calligraphy class, once confided that she often lost track of her thoughts mid-sentence while writing. Later, her granddaughter gave her turmeric supplements, and she began cooking with fresh turmeric. A few months on, she told me, "My hands still shake, but my mind feels less scattered." No longer afraid of forgetting mid-thought, she rediscovered joy in every brush stroke. Turmeric is easy to use. You can add it to meals, mix it with honey, and drink it in the morning, or simply take it as a supplement. However you choose, let turmeric be the small gesture you offer to your memory. Not fancy, not expensive, but thoughtful enough for your brain to know you still care. And if you're looking for the final touch in your journey to preserve memory, turmeric, the quiet spice resting in your cupboard, may just be the most surprising gift of all. It doesn't need to shout. It only needs you to remember it every day. So now we've walked through 10 foods that may seem familiar, yet quietly hold the power to nourish memory and clarity after the age of 60. You may not remember every item right away, but just keep this one truth. Memory doesn't vanish overnight, and it can't be preserved by magic. It's cared for day by day, through the simple choices we place on our plates. We've all forgotten our keys, forgotten the name of someone we care about, forgotten a song we once shared with someone who's no longer here. But forgetting is not a flaw. It's a gentle reminder that our brain needs just as much love as our heart, our liver, or our sleep. Believe this: just by adding a boiled egg to your breakfast, a slice of fish to your lunch, or a cup of green tea to your afternoon, you've done something truly meaningful for yourself. Not to be the best, but to remain fully yourself, present, clear, and remembered. And if you're wondering, is it too late? Let me answer. It's never too late to begin taking care of your memory. even if you've already forgotten. A few things. Remember that you still have the power to choose what you eat, what you read, what you remember, and how you live. Growing old isn't the end of the story. It's a time for softer, wiser choices. We deserve to live healthy, joyful, and aware, within every memory we still hold close. You can begin today. Write down one of the 10 foods from this video. Include it in your next meal. Share this video with an older friend you care about. Let memory care become your new habit. Not forced, not pressured, just a gentle form of self-love. If you found value in what I've shared, please leave a comment below. Tell me, what did you learn today? Which food will you start with for your memory? I truly look forward to reading your answers. And if you'd like to continue walking alongside soft, inspiring content for a graceful old age, don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Guide. Here, no one is young, but everyone is still learning how to live a full and meaningful later life. Lastly, I leave you with this thought. Memory is not something to hold on to. It's something to live with. When we live slowly, lovingly, and sincerely enough, memory no longer lives only in our minds, but shines through our eyes, our smiles, and the imprint we leave in the hearts of others.